Alright, what's up guys? This is Learn Smart here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple login page which actually works in HTML and JavaScript. We will also use a little bit CSS obviously to style the page. And just a quick heads up that we will be using native JavaScript functions such as alert and prompt to do this. So we won't be using like a text box form to you make a login page. So alright, without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, our title instead of rebel.it, let's say login page. Alright, we got login page. Now what do we do? Obviously we want a title can be how about let's say the title is simple login page. Or we can put a small header in page. Now we can just see if it works. Yep, it works successfully. So we will get to the formatting later, but for now, let's just work on our script. So first of all, I want you guys to know how to use some functions such as alert and prompt, and I also want you guys to have some basic knowledge on local storage. If you don't, that's okay because I'll be releasing another video on local storage and cookies. So let's get started with the JavaScript. So I already have a pre-named file named script.js. So I think you should do that too. Once you do that, type in function login and then put some parentheses. We don't have any arguments or parameters. So obviously when we log in, we want to prompt the user for their username and password. Go ahead and fill that out. We can also put a variable behind it, just to make sure that so variable and then var username. So whatever the input value for username is, it will store in the variable username. So variable password. And it's also good practice to put the semicolon right there. It's not mandatory, but it is good practice. Okay, so first, when we call our function login, we want to get the user's username and password. Now we will get back to this function later. Now let's create our function create account. All right. I made a function called create account. This time we want to basically copy and paste the same code we put here. So copy. Okay. We have successfully copied it. And now once we get their values, we can actually use local storage. So local storage dot set item. Once we put the set item, we would want a user to be our pair name, and we would want the variable username, the value for this, to be our key pair value. And we would do the same thing for here, except we take user for password and put the password key pair value. All right, I've set these two items in local storage. Please do not use session storage because once the user closes the tab, it will not save any of the information. That is why we are using local storage. Okay, now that we've done local storage, and this is basically everything. So we just want to confirm. Okay, we're going to be using an alert box to tell the user, to notify the user that their account has been successfully created. So account successfully created. With that, we are done with the create account function. Now let's go to the login. So in this since notice that I use the same variable naming conventions here and here. The reason why this does not provide an error is because it depends on the scope of the variables. So here, this variable is only located inside this function. So the compiler will not really compare that. Alright, anyway, now since we have asked the user for username and password when they're logging in, now we want to create another variable user equals local storage dot get item. Here we only have to put the key pair name. And here we previously declared it as user. So variable user equals the value of the local storage item user. And we have to do the same thing for the password. Okay, so now that we have successfully created the function login and create account. But what if we want to delete the account? So in that case, we'd make another function. Okay, now what we want to do, we're gonna keep it simple here, and we're just gonna remove the set items in the local storage instead of asking for a confirmation box, and asking for the password just to confirm. I'll show you that in the end of the video, so stick around for that part. But for now, we'll just focus on removing items. So local storage dot remove item, and then we put the key pair name like right here, except set item would be moved made to remove item. I have successfully added the commands to remove items, and as you guessed, we just put an alert box and alert to the user that account successfully. And these three are our main functions right here. And we're basically done. Now all we have to do is go back to index.html and actually put down the buttons. Also note that in my body I'm putting script source equals script.js, so I take the content or JavaScript from this file. Make sure you have that too. Okay, now I think we want to add a button, and then on click, which basically means on the click of the when the user clicks that button, we want to um create an account. And the button name will be create an account. If we just run this little snippet, there should be a button. Yep, that says create account. So if we actually create an account, it will actually ask for a username. So I'll put A, password B. Now we want to do the same for login and delete an account, except just change the functions. Now that I've added all our functions, we're good to go. Once we add this, yep, we can see here. All right. Now if we desire, we can also quickly test this out. So let's create an account. A and B. Now I can even close the page and open this page in a new tab again. When I click login, A and B. Now, if you really noticed, if we log in, nothing happens. So there's really no confirmation. So we have to add additional items. So if username equals user, it's basically saying if the input is equal to the real input made from before, you also want to add and if the password was WD for short. Okay. Then we want to alert to the user. Let's put a greeting. So as if welcome. And we're concatenating two strings. Welcome and user, the username. Else, if the user enters any value that's not correct. Else, what we'd want to do is we could put like error or invalid account. Now we run this. It should still work if I enter A, B, welcome A. So it really works. If we delete account, if we delete the account, let me just check here to make sure. And also let's change the title. Made a small typo there. So again, since we made the account, we can do A, B, welcome A. Now let's just quickly delete our account. Account successfully deleted. Now if we try to log in A and B, invalid account, it doesn't work. So this is really the basis for creating like a simple, bare and minimum login page. And I hope you really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna quickly add some CSS and show you how it actually look like in action. Alright guys, if you can see here, this is my modified login page with just a really basic amount of CSS. Really anyone can do it. But this is how our simple login page is gonna look like. So create account, put something like bird, and password can be smart. Anytime I close this, I can even close this guy if you want. And when I go back, click login. Remember, our password was learn. Welcome learn. Okay, and we also have the option to delete our account, which is really good because we don't want like an account going to a website. Although this is the website made by me. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It is fairly simple. What I'd rate this is a beginners, and I would also like you guys to check out my GitHub profile. That there you can like kind of follow me. I'll be making like a lot of coding projects there, so you can kind of See my profile readme. My username is actually X Developer Studios. Is my common thing. Um, so that is pretty much it for this episode on Learn Smart. But our next video, I'll be featuring some programs that I made by myself on GitHub. Thank you guys. Happy coding. See you then.